What's going on, everybody? It's Johnny Venezia with RotoWire. These four players are going to be such superstars that you need to remain faithful and patient to them. Let's get right into it. Number one's got to be my guy, Chase Dollander, a.k.a. Dolly. I know what some of you might be thinking. You saw me in one of my first videos, early if not preseason part of the year, talking about how this is going to be a legitimate NL Rookie of the Year contender and most likely 2 Cy Young candidate. Fair point. But again, he is a rookie and he is playing in the most difficult ballpark for a pitcher to pitch in. And listen, it's not been pretty. It's been a 7.91 ERA, a 1.71 whip. He's given up 8 home runs. But listen, let's look on the positive side. He's got a 23.3 K percentage. This kid's stuff is electric. And I think after watching every single one of his starts in the major leagues, the problem isn't glaring, at least for somebody that's watched him like myself. It goes back to the same thing in Tennessee. The kid just relies on his fastball too much. 53% throwing of the fastball when he has an elite 4 to 5 pitch mix. And truthfully, I've seen him throw a lot of fastballs 0-2, 1-2 when he's got a hitter behind, and it gets them right back in the count, and they're sitting on it, and they square it up, and that kind of balloons the ERA and gets guys on base and throws off his pitch count. So I think Dolly's going to end up figuring this out throughout the course of the season, and these are just some of the growing pains that's going to happen for him as a major leaguer. But rest assured, this kid's talent is off the hook. He will figure it out sooner than later. There might be some bumpy starts before it starts getting prettier, but I'm telling you, that corner is about to turn, so that's why you need to remain patient with Dolly. Next up is going to be Cam Smith. Cam Smith, again, another early preseason guy that I was talking about. And, again, we're looking at these prospects that have so much hype and so much glitter coming into their year as early call-ups that we don't expect them to struggle. But the reality is they're going to struggle. So that's why you need to understand that there's going to be ebbs and flows in any baseball career, but, much more of a rookie, it's practical. So Cam Smith batting .211 with 3 homers and an .860 OPS with a very high 27.5 K percentage. The 300 on-base percentage is also pretty bad, but I think Cam Smith, as his season goes on, he's going to be somebody that's going to be batting near the top of the order for the Astros as he finds a little bit more pitch recognition and contact acumen. So I like Cam Smith definitely throughout the course of the season, and this is somebody that I wouldn't fade at all. And, listen, if you have him in your fantasy lineups, maybe right now he's better off on the bench, but it's not somebody I will get rid of. And if you're able to buy low on Cam Smith from somebody else in the next month or so, it's something that I would probably look into. Before we get on to the next prospect, I got to talk to you real quick. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And right now, RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product on rotowire.com. That includes our top 400 prospect rankings, prop picker tool, and expert analysis for those tough start-sit decisions. Use code ROTO15 at checkout, which does include free access to my college baseball column. Had a monster weekend, cleared 6 units across the college diamond, so make sure you get on it right now. Dylan Cruz, the Cruz missile, batting .229 with 4 homers, a 645 OPS. But honestly, since the Nationals faced the Rockies about 10 days ago, where Dylan Cruz faced off his old college rival Dolly and hit 2 home runs off of him, he's been soaring. He's 14 for his last 39 across the last 10 games, which is just under a 360 batting average. That does include 4 home runs. And Dylan Cruz, we've seen this from last year. He struggled a little bit in his pre-rookie year, and we saw the ebbs and flows and some of the things that were starting to work for him. So he's finally hitting his groove and he's finally blossoming. And yes, he is the leader in the NL Rookie of the Year conversation, but there's a lot of time left for that. But I like the trajectory that Dylan Cruz, arguably the best college baseball player of all time, is trending in. This is somebody that is very well might be starting to live up to his potential this early in his career. So really like where Dylan Cruz is heading. So make sure you stay on him if you have him. And if you don't, and somebody's looking to get rid of him in a buy low scenario, hashtag buy the dip, something that I would absolutely be into. Last but not least, Nicky Nukes. You've heard a lot about Nicky Nukes recently. He hit 7 home runs at AAA. This kid was absolutely mashing. He was forcing the A's hand to bring him up. I mean, everybody was begging for this kid to come up, and rightfully so. And Nick Kurtz only played 5 games. It's a little head-scratching that the A's have elected to sit him in a couple of lefty matchups considering he hit lefties pretty well in college and the minors, but you do you. He's 4 for his first 16, no homers, 3 RBIs with an 485 OPS in just 5 games. Now, I think Nick Kurtz is experiencing the same thing a lot of young players in their first season or even their first month experience with the adjustment in major league pitching from minor league pitching and even college pitching. So Nick Kurtz is somebody that typically was pretty good with the strike zone understanding and working extra base on balls and getting on base. And that's something that I think is going to come with more at bats. But I see already in Yahoo fantasy leagues, the ownership percentage of Kurtz is going down, where it shot up over 25% in about a 4-day span from the time where the first thought that he might start coming up to when he actually got the call. So people are kind of bailing the ship a little bit. I wouldn't. Make sure you stay patient with Nick Kurtz. This kid is going to be an AL Cy Young contender for the 2025 season. The potential is just completely unlimitless.